Not feeling too hot today. I'm actually feeling quite under the weather. Whoa. So I watched this episode recently of Master of None, which is a show that stars Aziz and Zari, and I think it's on Netflix only. But shout out to that show because it's produced by two Asian men in Hollywood, which is awesome. I think Alan Yang and Aziz and Zari, representation matters. So I watched an episode recently about I think it's called First Dates, but it's basically like chronicling him on first dates through online dating. Season 2, episode 4 or 3, I think. But he just goes on a bunch of first dates and he's like constantly swiping. And if you guys didn't know, like I've only ever really online dated. Yeah, I've only ever really online dated. I mean, I've gone on a few like in-person dates, but I think the majority and the success rate of my dating life has been through online apps, and I think it's just because like it's just the new generation. I don't really know. I used to think it was really scary, but I'll be honest with you, I started online dating when I was 19, and I was up in the Bay Area, and I asked my brother's friend, who is 6 years older than me, how she found people to date when she was out of school. And she was well out of school and she didn't want to date people in her workplace, and she told me about this like startup app called Tinder, and it was really buggy, and so I downloaded that. And honestly, online dating I've used as a tool to socially network with so many people. I feel like the first person I ever met off Tinder I'm still friends with, and we honestly didn't really date. I mean, we probably like went on a few dates, but we didn't date officially, and you know, nothing really went everywhere. I didn't even kiss him, and I'm still friends with him, and he's actually a neighbor he's actually a neighbor now in LA, which is crazy because we matched up in San Francisco. Anyways, so I've used it to meet a lot of cool people, but now I haven't been on Tinder in a while because I feel like it's gotten very seedy ever since it really blew up. This is It's My Ray Ray Beach Cosmetics palette, and this is gonna be my first impression or first use on this. I picked this up because Jen invited me as her +1 to the launch of this, and I got one. So I'm also using her brushes, which is super cool. So let's go for this orangey one. No surprise there. Let's go for Fairy Tale. Oh shit. Okay. Don't have to swirl, definitely. In the show, it was pretty funny because it shows that a montage of people like swiping everywhere on the toilet. One of the girls is at a bar and she's swiping with her friends, and she's like, okay, this is Dad, he's 32-3, and they're like, oh no, like he's so awful. And then as a joke, one of her friends matches with him, and then the friend's like, no, why'd you do that? And then it shows another clip where Dev gets the match and he's like, sweet dude, I got another match. And I thought that was so funny because I can't tell you how many times that my girlfriends or my friends have taken over my phone and matched with guys that I would have never wanted to match with, and then the day after just getting a really excited message from the person I matched with. And it's really honestly kind of fucked up, but I feel like if you online date, you've definitely experienced that. And then like when he's just like, oh, so what do you do? And then one of the girls is all like, oh, you know, I'm kind of like fun employed right now. I just like go out and drink and, you know, spend my parents' money. And he's like, oh, cool. It's just like, what the fuck do you say to that shit? I feel so sick. Okay, so I've been single for over a year now. I went through a breakup around this time last year, and I haven't really dated anyone. I've gone on a few dates because I feel like I'm ready and I'm like fully healed and I'm like ready to give myself, that sounds weird, I'm ready to give myself to someone new, like a whole version of me, not like some battered, beat up version of me. But girl, the dating scene is rough. Like I have been on 3 first dates in a row with 3 different people, and it's just been, I mean, obviously it hasn't gone any further than that because I like didn't like any of them. But I don't even know what I'm doing with this. Okay, so I'm taking mousse and Control Freak, which is like a beautiful matte brown. I'm gonna put this in the outer thirds of my eyes. Another problem that I find with these dating apps is that there is pretty much a lack of diversity. It's all white guys mainly, and so I downloaded Coffee Meets Bagel because I heard my friend said that the diversity there was a lot better, and by that I think she just meant that there's a lot more Asian guys. So I went on a date off Coffee Meets Bagel for the first time. It was just so, like, we wouldn't even be friends. We had pretty much nothing in common, and so that first date was just bad in the sense that, like, there was absolutely no chemistry. But girl, the last Bumble date I went on, oh my god, he was a few years older than me, so I think that's why I can't excuse his behavior. But he was just trying to get in my pants, and it was so blatantly obvious because it was 2 p.m. on a Saturday, which is why I was even more confused. And I normally meet people in public spaces, and he was telling me to park in his house and like with his garage remote, and I was like, I'm not gonna go meet you at 2 p.m. on a Saturday at your place where you can like lock my car into your garage, so if I want to leave or escape, you have me trapped. And he kept asking me if I wanted to drink at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, and I was like, no man, I don't want to drink. I was like, what is the main activity besides drinking? But anyways, just the whole thing kind of left me pretty feeling used or dirty, just because I feel like it's pretty clear when you set up parameters to hook up, you know, it's like late at night and you're going to a bar or something, not like 2 p.m. on a Saturday and then telling me to come over. I was like, I feel like I walked into a trap. That's how it felt. And let me make this clear, like, there's no problem with hooking up from dating apps. Like, you and your sexual liberation, you own that. I'm totally for whatever it is that you want to do if it's safe and consensual. But there was this guy who was, I think, my age or a year younger, and he did amazing film photography. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I basically just swiped right with him because I really wanted to work with him and shoot with him. When it is like that though, I am very clear about my intentions. I made it very clear that this was like pretty much a work thing, and like I wasn't really interested in dating anyone, and I literally verbatim said, I'm not interested in dating anyone right now. We went on this shoot together and it was pretty normal, and he was a really cool guy. Like I definitely could see myself just like being friends with him in general. Towards the end, he played this John Mouse song. Sitting with my legs kind of like open, and then he was like, oh, I love this song. Like, I feel like it's super relatable to now. And I was like, oh, like really? Like what are the lyrics saying? And he's just like, oh, it's about getting a blowjob in the car. And my legs immediately go and I like hold onto my pepper spray. Also, I'm not like normally a very scared or paranoid person, but I think because it was still very new when I was doing it, I used to bring like a full-on fucking kitchen knife on my dates, like a whole like kitchen knife, and I would just wrap it in a towel and I would shove it in my like Givenchy bag. Bougie. I made it kind of clear that he was so down to hook up. I still to this day don't know what that John Mouse song is. Is that a John Mouse song? I don't know. If y'all know it, write it down below, because I would love to hear it again. Actually, I would not love to hear it again because it would remind me of that time, but you know, I haven't used a new fresh eyeliner in so long. Oh my god, it feels so good, guys. It feels so good. And as I talk about this, I realize more and more that it would be awesome if I could meet someone in real life or in not online. But I think with more and more as technology advances and our social interactions become less and less, I think that this is just the way that I need to. And if I think about it, like everything I do is online, and like I get my transportation, Lyft, I get my food, Postmates online. Even like as friends, like most of my friends are through my online interaction. Also, with the nature of my job, it's pretty a solitary lifestyle. Like I don't have to see anyone unless I want to see somebody. It slims my chances even more of meeting someone the normal way. I do go to coffee shops, but I also feel like I'm just not the type of person to really pick up on whether or not someone's hitting on me. My friend Raynolyn was like, oh, she started laughing randomly, and I was like, what? And she was like, oh, I'm imagining somebody trying to like hit on you and you just being absolutely freaking clueless. Just being like, what? Yeah, and that's pretty true. I remember in like college when I think guys would try to want to kiss me, they would stare at my lips or just my face, stare intensely at it, and I would just be like, dude, do I have a fucking booger on my face or what? Like, so yeah, it's just like, I'm just not very good at that stuff. I don't really know. Very clueless about romantic interactions, I would say. So this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and honestly I feel like if it had a better name, I think I would rate it higher, just because it claims a pretty big claim. Oh, I was gonna set my face today. I'm gonna set it with the Glossier Water bronzer. I also got this Too Faced eye pigment. It's pure gold, and I actually want to put this on the center of my lids. Wow, it's so pigmented. Literally so pigmented. I don't know. I think that's good. Next we're doing the Too Faced, I don't know what this is. I think it's a highlighter, and I think the packaging is so cute. It's so not my style, but it just looks like Barbie's little toy. Whoa. It's kind of got a holographic touch to it. It's like a white holographic pearlescent highlight. Ooh, I like that a lot. So I also got this new Tarte Amazonian clay blush in Party, and it was a part of my Sephora birthday gift things. Ooh, I really like that. It's so cute. We're just gonna do lips, and this is Smashbox liquid lipstick in Out Loud, and I don't know how this is gonna look. Alrighty, that is my makeup look. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any online dating stories, if you online date. I don't know. I just saw that Master of None episode and I thought it really resonated with me because that's honestly how it is. I mean, I don't think I go on that many first dates at one time, but here's to hoping that somebody makes it to the second or third date, because I've just been going on a lot of first dates. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you love these videos, because I'm here every single Monday chatting and doing my makeup. Also, shout out to my friend Mori for making an amazing new AM with Amy intro. I freaking love it. Thank you, girl. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Oh my god, your tongue just went out the roof of my mouth. Thank you. Say bye to the people.